Meghan Sussex, disrupting the dress code with FIGS Heather Hasson, female founders. Bloomberg reported today that unemployment among women increased this month. For black women, it went up by 1%. This is the clearest sign that it's time for women to start a business, a hustle to just earn extra money. Let's get inspired by listening to Confessions of a Female Founder. If you're passionate about gender equality and understanding the intricate nuances of success stories, this video is a must-watch. Join the discussion, leave your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening content. Meghan sits down with Heather Hasson, the founder of FIGS, a company that has completely revolutionized the medical apparel industry. What began with Heather selling scrubs outside hospitals for cash has since grown into a billion-dollar brand that's reshaping how healthcare professionals think and feel about their workwear. In this conversation, the pair share the challenges and triumphs of building a company from the ground up, the steep learning curve of entrepreneurship, and why staying close to the day-to-day details still matters. FIGS, now a billion-dollar brand, was born not from a boardroom, but from the back seat of a car filled with product samples. As Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, builds out a business of her own, she's getting advice and insights from a handful of amazing women who have scaled small ideas into successful companies. These fly-on-the-wall conversations will no doubt inspire anyone who's interested in turning their own entrepreneurial dreams into a reality and anyone else who just wants to hear what really happens behind the scenes. Hasson even recounted how a flawed production run nearly ended the company. Instead of scrapping the batch, she unstitched and re-sewed the garments herself. FIGS's co-founder just teased her new healthcare app on Meghan, Duchess of Sussex's podcast. Her AI-powered peer-to-peer education platform, called OOG Health, will enable healthcare professionals to meet their continuing education requirements by learning directly from fellow industry professionals through video content, rather than by attending conferences or completing online classes. The company, which Hasson says is still in beta mode, has partnered with major professional organizations such as the American Medical Association and top-ranked hospitals, including the Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, and Cedars-Sinai, and offers credits for physicians, nurses, physician assistants, pharmacists, dentists, psychologists, dietitians, optometrists, and social workers. Hasson says the idea for this company came to her 2 years ago when she started seeing healthcare workers struggle with their certification and education requirements. She spoke about her new venture on the latest episode of the podcast Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, which premiered last month. The goal: help give healthcare workers more of their time back so that they can spend more time with patients and improve outcomes. The platform, which will also help healthcare workers track and manage their continuing education requirements and certifications, has already attracted 10,000 users, according to Hasson, who is leveraging the customer overlap with her last startup. In November, FIGS announced a $25 million minority investment in OOG Health as part of its third-quarter earnings results, and said the healthcare education platform was expected to launch within 6 months. "I actually just did this as a passion project because I didn't want to start another company," Hasson said on the podcast episode, which was released Tuesday. "I can't sit still. I always have to be doing something, and I always have to be solving for a problem because that's just how my mind works." Meghan said that sentiment has become a common refrain among the female founders she's interviewed on the podcast. They all say they will never launch another company, but then they catch the bug and spot another problem to solve. A good reminder that you don't have to have some revolutionary idea that is reinventing the wheel to be able to see a hole in the market, to recognize where you can be additive in a way that's not just going to be profit-building, but is going to really be fulfilling on a level that you can rest well at night, she said. The entrepreneur behind the $740 million Scrubs brand has a new company focused on healthcare workers. Meghan described the daily reality of juggling small tasks and strategic decisions. While running her lifestyle brand as ever, Meghan often moves from reviewing logistics to mapping out the next 5 years, all before lunch. For Meghan, this mix of hustle and high-level thinking is not a flaw in the process. It is the process. She describes it as a constant state of recalibration, where founders move at warp speed, solving problems that can feel both urgent and invisible to outsiders. And yet, it's in those moments, unseen and uncelebrated, that lasting success takes shape. Attention to detail. Heather Hasson understands this rhythm well. She didn't just talk about getting her hands dirty, she did it. In the early days of FIGS, she stood outside hospitals at shift change, selling scrubs directly to nurses. She carried jugs of coffee and hot chocolate, hired stand-in models from Craigslist, and took cash payments on the sidewalk. For Hasson, the glamour came later. At first, it was all grit. Ability to shift from 0 feet to 60,000 feet in a single day. Hasson agreed and said she looks for that same trait when hiring. Leaders who succeed, they argued, don't float above the chaos. They engage with it. Heather stepped down as CEO 2 years ago. She still takes pride in being close to the action. Her advice mirrors Meghan's. Care deeply about the small things. It's not micromanagement, it's leadership with texture. Meghan described her busy life establishing her own company. As I've been building as ever, let me tell you, it is just a constant state of recalibration. There's joy in that, but we are always in motion. If you're a founder yourself, you know exactly what I mean, because we're moving at work speed, problem solving, filling gaps in real time, scratching a million tiny things off of your to-do list, but not in that fun way like a lotto ticket. And I don't mean play dirty. I mean when it's clean up on aisle 5 time, you are the first person there with a mop. Meghan, who demonstrated how to plate up Chinese takeaway food beautifully, as well as making spaghetti, honey cake and salt-baked fish on her Netflix show, With Love, Meghan, described not having time to cook each day. She told Hasson, "I see vegetables and I see takeout because I don't have time to cook every day. And I go, all right, but how do I still make this flattering and beautiful and present well and something that people find appetizing?" The Duchess compared her gesture to Hasson, who was inspired to transform uncomfortable and unflattering healthcare clothes, and whose firm became the first company co-founded by a female duo to begin trading on the New York Stock Exchange in 2021. Meghan said, "And for you, you go, hold on, this is something that you're doing every day. You're wearing this uniform every day. You're eating every day. How do we elevate that in a way that you feel really good about what you're doing, and you feel proud about what you're wearing, and you're able to have some functionality with it? In some ways, they're actually a different version of the same thing." She recounted having to switch gears to think about the bigger picture, adding, "But I guess that's where the magic is, right? Because it can get messy, and the best founders are not afraid to get their hands dirty." Don't forget to hit the like button, share with friends, and ring the notification bell to stay updated. Your engagement empowers us to keep spotlighting issues that matter. Thank you for being part of the conversation. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep watching our videos and do subscribe for the latest updates.